Hey guys, it's Sydney, the Crab Queen.
Baby, I'm a witch and I'll never let you know. I can make shit happen, you ain't never seen before. Psychic all the time, I know how this about to go.
So in today's video, we're going to be making some herb jars. So I actually already made them. We already made them. I'm filming the intro at the end of the video. So here's a quick sneak peek of what they're gonna look like. This one is the love one and this one is the money one, but that's all you get to see because it's a surprise and you guys are gonna have to make them yourself. Basically what a herb jar is it's just a manifestation enhancer. Herbs attract a lot of different types of manifestations, different type of spells. It's not technically a spell, so don't freak yourself out. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is doing a love one and a money one. So if you have someone specific on your mind that you want to attract, we're going to go ahead and attract them. And I'll show you how you can do that with someone specific. Or if you're trying to attract a lover in general into your life, like just a new type of love fling type thing or a deep love connection, you can do that. Or you can do self-love. You get to pick. Alright, so I showed you guys the jars, but you don't necessarily need jars. It can be any type of jar. It could be this type of jar, this type of jar. It could just be a bowl, like you could literally use a bowl. You can just use something that holds something, like holds herbs together and stuff like that. So what you guys are going to be needing is a piece of paper for sure, and a pen. So use a pink, red, or black or blue pen for love, and a green one for money, or black or blue. And make sure you're using pens or permanent markers because these are permanent things that we're doing. Do you feel me? Alright, so obviously you guys don't have a lot of herbs. Maybe you do have a lot of herbs. That's a good thing. Alright, but if you don't, that's totally okay. Obviously you do not need a buttload of herbs, okay? But they do enhance your manifestations in your love jars, in your money jars, alright? So you guys are obviously going to hear the herbs names in the video. I'll mention them. Alright, so if you guys have them, use them. If you don't, that is okay. Use what you got. If you have herbs up in your kitchen, then use those herbs up in your kitchen. You probably have some that I'm not even going to mention in the video, and you could use a lot of those herbs. So just look up their meanings spiritually, and find out what they are, because chances are you have a lot of herbs in your kitchen you could actually use for this type of stuff, or they are at the grocery store or the dollar store or whatever. They're very cheap. They're not that much money. Like Bailey's, you can get at your local store, or if you want to use something more actually herby, then you can get that at your metaphysical shop, which is a crystal shop. So type up metaphysical shop near me, and hopefully there's some crystal shops near you guys, because there's huge herb sections there that you guys can pick from. There's money ones, there's love ones, there's literally herbs for anything you want, and it's really cool to pick them out and like put them together in an herb jar and like mix it and like make it become a whole thing. Like that's what we're doing here. I'm showing you guys how to do that. So crystals can be used. They're not absolutely needed, but they can be used. I have these little crystal jars here that I like to use when it comes to this type of stuff because it's easier to put in the jars themselves. I'll show you guys one of my old jars that I used. So here's my other one. So there's a big crystal in this one because it's like a bigger jar. So you guys can put crystals in there, or if you need to use a littler crystal, that's fine too, because if it's a small jar like this, only a little crystal will fit in there. I'm gonna also be using some essential oils, just whatever you got. You don't need to go out and buy them. Just if you got any, cool. If you don't, skip that step. Everything just enhances. It's not actually necessarily absolutely 100% needed. And then I'm also going to be using some incense. I have some dragon blood incense, but whatever kind of incense you have will work. I'm just cleansing the jars, cleansing my space. When you're doing this, make sure you're in a calm space. If you have an altar, at your altar. If you don't, that's totally okay. Just in your bedroom or wherever your zen space is, make sure you're in a calm place, kind of in the zone, because you don't want to be all fadazzled, whatever the fuck, when you are trying to make a spell jar, because it's supposed to be something that's calming and good for you. All right, and then yeah, you're gonna need a piece of paper, because that's how you attract this specific thing, because we're gonna be writing down that specific thing that you are wanting to attract. All right, guys, I think we're all ready to begin. I think I went over everything. All right, so let's just get into making some herb jars. I'm gonna start with the love one, and then we're gonna move on to the money one. All right, so I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are ready to find out how you do this. All right, guys, so I've been doing this forever. Jars are one of my favorite ways to manifest. It's just like a fun thing to do, and I love herbs. Okay, so let's just begin the video, guys. Let's begin now. At first, what you're always going to do is you're going to cleanse the jar. It's always the first priority, just because you don't know what the jar has been. It has other energies in it. We're cleansing it. We're making the vibes stronger to begin with, you know, all that type of stuff. So I have my dragon's blood incense, but you guys can use whatever incense you have. If you don't have incense and you have sage, use that. If you don't have sage and you have a bay leaf, burn the bay leaf, use that. Use a candle smoke. Just find some type of smoke to use. Weed smoke, you could, but if you don't have it, it's fine. It literally just cleanses it. It's not a step that you like absolutely need. So let me go ahead and light this. All right, now I'm going to put it in my jar. I'm just cleansing it. I think I'm gonna scoot the camera up because I want you guys to like see it more. So we're just cleansing the jar right now. Alright, so after that's cleansed and ready to go. So what I always start with is I always start with salt. Now I have pink Himalayan salt, but you can use normal regular salt. You can use pink Himalayan salt if you have it. You can use literally sea salt if you have sea salt, or if you just have salt in your kitchen that you like use to put on stuff, just use that. Now I'm gonna use my fingers because why not? So step 1, cleanse. Step 2, salt. So salt is for protection, and then the pink Himalayan salt is also for love, but it's mainly for protection. And now I'm gonna go ahead and use my rose buds. All right, I like to use rose buds for when it comes to love, making love jars. So I throw a few rose petals in there, and it doesn't have to be rose petals. It could be like an actual rose from your garden or from just the grocery store. Just rose, because it attracts love and enhances that love. All right, and if you don't have rose petals, that's totally okay. You don't 100% need them. It just enhances it a little bit. All right, you could just use any type of flower to replace it. If you have flowers outside in your backyard or whatever like that, you could also use those. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my lavender. Lavender is for relaxation, love, comfort, and spirituality, and love is a big enhancer for this lavender too. All right, so then I just pour some lavender in there, and what this is doing is it's just a bunch of love ingredients is falling into one, so it just really enhances the manifestation. Alright, and then obviously you guys aren't gonna have orange peel, but if you guys actually have orange peels, like from an orange, you could use those too for this, but I have the herb orange peel, so I don't have to. But if you guys have orange peels, throw it in there. If not, it's okay. You don't absolutely need this step, but I got all these herbs from either the grocery store or crystal shops, metaphysical shops. So just if you go to a metaphysical shop and there's gonna be herbs there. There's a bunch of herbs there that you can get. Just type in metaphysical shop near me and you can get a bunch of herbs if you want a bunch of herbs, but you might have these laying around your house anyway. So you don't need to. It's not like necessary, but it helps. Guys, I literally forgot what these are called. What the fuck are these called? I'm gonna figure it out and put it there. But then I put these in there too because I know these are for protection and love. Alright. I think it's rosemary. I'm pretty sure that it's rosemary. But it's just another kitchen herb that you might have. And then I'm gonna be using some chamomile. I'm not sure if I'm saying that 100% right. But it is relaxation, love, and healing. So I'm just gonna add a few of those to my jar. And then if you have any like small crystals that can fit in there, do that. Use your small crystals. Rose quartz obviously, clear quartz too, and any love crystals that help. So I have my clear quartz here and this little one that I'm going to be pouring into this. Alright. And I think my rose quartz one ran out, but I might have a little rose quartz somewhere on my altar. I'm going to go check. I found the little rose quartz. So I'm going to just put that in there, like if you have one this size or something. They're at metaphysical shops, obviously. And I'm going to put that in there. Alright, okay, and then we have essential oils. Essential oils is really up to you. It's your choice if you want to use it or not. In a love one, I would be using lavender and what is this one? Dragon's blood for sure, enhances it. I personally sometimes don't use them in it just because it like over time it gets like wet and like the herbs kind of go down a little bit just because it has like oil on it. But I like to put it on me while I'm doing it. So I'll like use the oils on me while I'm in the middle of doing my manifestation. So whenever I use it afterwards, it like enhances the manifestation and comes to me while I'm wearing it. But it is up to you if you want to put it in there or not. Alright, now it is time to write their name down or your self-love affirmation. Let me go grab some paper and I'll show you what to do. So on my paper, I'm going to be using it in this little journal because the pages in here are blank. And I like to use blank paper for my manifestations. Alright, so once you have your paper, if your thing is bigger, whatever you're using is bigger, you don't have to rip it as small, but I'm going to rip this down so it's smaller. And remember, when you're using your manifestation paper, you're always going to want to rip it towards you because you're bringing in the manifestation. So I'm going to rip the paper towards me. And really, I only need this big of a thing because my thing is small. But you're going to rip all the edges towards you. Rip towards you. After you're done ripping towards you, turn towards you and rip the other sides. So it should look all ripped on all sides and it should all have been ripped towards you. So now you're either going to write their name down, first and last if you have it. If you're doing self-love, write your first and last name down or just write myself or I. I will give you an example. I like to use a pink, red, or black, blue pen when it comes to love, alright? Alright, so the first thing I wrote was, first, last is attracted to me. So you're gonna write their first name and their last name is attracted to me, or whatever you want them to do, like, or you could write talk to me, spoke to me, we kissed, all that type of stuff, whatever you want to happen. And then I wrote first name talked to me and admitted their true feelings. And then I wrote we kissed, I am happy, because it's good to show some emotion and how it made you feel. Alright, so I put we kissed, I am happy. So let me read it all off to you, alright? First and last name is attracted to me. First talked to me and admitted their true feelings, we kissed. Alright, and if you were to do a self-love one, I'm now going to do it on the back. Alright, so I put I am in love with myself. I love the way I look and feel. Okay, and then I put I'm happy in my body and give myself self-care. And it doesn't have to be exactly what I wrote, just whatever you want to happened to you, whatever you want to feel about yourself. If you're insecure about your skin, right, I have glowing skin, I am beautiful, just all that type of stuff. It really just depends on you, up to you. And then of course the other side with that specific person. All right, just write exactly what you want to happen because it's up to you, and this was just kind of an example. All right, so after we're done with this, I'm going to roll it towards me while saying whatever you like kind of wrote on here. It doesn't have to be exactly it, but I'm just gonna be like, I am so attractive, I love myself, I self-care myself. Just say all that type of stuff while rolling it towards you, because again, you're bringing it in towards you. And I'm going to put this in my little thing. All right, and you can put another one in there if you want. If you have more things to say, write another one. If you want to say something else, if you want to add more things, go ahead, add it. If you want to add more crystals, it's really up to you. All right, so then if you have the perfume, then you're going to spray it on it and on you. And whenever you wear this perfume, it attracts you, it comes to you. All right, it doesn't have to be pink, but it could be if you have pink one, or just use your daily one, whatever smells the best to you. So now we have it here, and it really just depends, this part, what kind of jar you have. Like this type of jar closes on its own, so I don't need it. But if you want to have a red candle, a white candle, a pink candle, and melt the wax over it, now would be the time to do it. Just seals it and enhances it a little more. It's just an extra step, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that this time. All right, I'll show you what I mean. I'll go grab another one of my jars that I put wax on. So this was a money one I did. I sealed it at the top with green wax. There's some bay leaves, crystals. There's a lot of white notes in there, so you can add however many you like. So now what I do is I shut it, seal it, whatever you do when you're done with it. Okay. Now I'm going to hold it in my hands, and you can look in the mirror if you want, but you don't have to. And I'm just going to say, this love manifestation is my reality. This love manifestation enhanced my love chances with this person or myself, whichever one you're using. I'm in love with myself, or blank is in love with me. Whatever you want to happen, go into details. Speak about how it feels, how it made you feel, and how this is your reality, and your spirit guides and angels can help enhance this if you please. Alright, so after this is done, say thank you, bless, and put it by your bed, put it by your shower, put it somewhere you're gonna see it. You can even put it in your purse if you want. Put it in a safe place to you, but I would put it somewhere where you can see yourself, see it a lot. Some other things I also do with it is set a piece of jewelry on it. So next time I wear that piece of jewelry, it will be attracted to me. Small things like that. You can add your own weight to it, put it on your altar, put it wherever you want. But that is basically how you do a love jar. Alright, so I hope that helped with your love. Alright, those herbs could be in your kitchen or they could be at the store. It doesn't really matter. And if you didn't have some of those herbs, that is okay. It just enhances. If you only had a few of these, that's fine. If you had none of them, the paper is even worse. Alright, but that is how you do a jar manifestation for love. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to the money one. Alright, so I grabbed my green one with the lid, but obviously I was just doing that because it goes with the vibes, but obviously you don't have to. Alright, so the first step, of course, is cleansing with Incense Smoke. And here I have my dragon's blood incense. I'm gonna go ahead and cleanse it. Alright. So now that the jar is cleansed, we're gonna begin. Alright, so the first thing I always use is salt because it's another form of cleansing and protection. Pink Himalayan salt again. But if you don't have pink Himalayan salt, that's okay. Just use normal regular sea salt or just the salt that you have in your kitchen. Alright, so the first herb that I'm going to be using for the money is my orange peel because this is for love, luck, and money. I also used it for the love one. So I'm not sure if you guys watched the first one, but if you did, you know that you can use an actual orange peel for this instead. If you have any oranges in your house or you want to go to the store and grab some, or you can get this herb. I just got it at a metaphysical shop. At metaphysical shops, they always have herbs that you can choose from. So they have a whole section and then they'll tell you what they're for. So find the ones that say money if that's what you're into. I'm gonna use my basil. Alright, basil. So a lot of the times basil is found in the kitchen, so you might have it in your kitchen. But basil is used to enhance money. It's wealthy, it's lucky, it's healthy too. And in the spiritual world, it's used to enhance money. So putting it all together will enhance it in an extreme amount. So right now our jar looks like this. Alright. We're gonna use some rosemary. I used it for love too. It's good for both. It enhances money for sure. Any green herb really enhances money, I feel like. They're all good for it. Good for prosperity. I'm gonna go ahead and use some cloves. There's not many left, but cloves, they're good for money. And if you have some herbs I'm not mentioning, you just have like a bunch of herbs, look them up, look up their meanings, you know what I mean? And then I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Comfrey Root. You guys probably definitely don't have this, but it's just another herb that I like to use. It's for money, and then it's also for safety and travel. And it's just a random herb I picked up from a metaphysical shop because I knew I was gonna be wanting to make jars. So there it is. Alright, so this is probably my favorite herb for money. Bay leaves. Bay leaves are my 100% favorite. Probably one of my favorite herbs. I love all herbs, but I really love bay leaves. So bay leaves are always used for money. They're used for a lot of different things, but money is like one of the #1 things that bay leaves are used for. I suggest getting bay leaves if you don't have any. You can get them at the grocery store. You can get them at a metaphysical shop, but they just look like this. They help with money a lot. You can burn them to sage around, or you can just have them. Alright, so what I do is I write on my bay leaf before I put it in there. So it really doesn't matter what type of money you're trying to attract. If you're trying to attract a certain amount, if you're trying to attract $500, if you're trying to attract $50, if you're trying to attract $5, if you're trying to just attract good money in general, if you're trying to just attract wealth or whatever, you know, like whatever you're trying to do for money. Like if you're just a money magnet is what I always say. I always say I am a money magnet. So I'm gonna write that on my bay leaf here. I'll show you guys once I'm finished. So I wrote I am a money magnet on it, and on the back I'm also going to write something else. I attracted $5,000 easily. Alright, so this one I'm just gonna go ahead and set in there. And you can write whatever you want on it. It doesn't have to be that. So I'm gonna go just write again. I wrote, I am lucky with money. Go ahead and put that in there. And then another one I'm just gonna throw in there. And those ones weren't that long or detailed, so you can definitely make it longer, more detailed, all that type of stuff when you guys go ahead and do it. Alright? So there is money crystals on the table. We have some period here. I'm not exactly sure how to say that honestly, but yeah, but it's a money attracting crystal. So if you guys have any clear quartz that can fit in here, go ahead and use those. If you guys have any crystals that attract money, put it in there. And if you don't know, there's pyrite, there's jade, there's clear quartz. There's all these money attracting crystals that you can go ahead and find and put in there. And if you don't have any crystals, that's totally okay. It's just an enhancer. You don't absolutely need it. Green Adventuring also is another good one for money. And if you only have big crystals, that's okay. Just set it by it. That if it doesn't fit in your jar. Or if you have some little ones, go ahead and set it in there too. Let me show you. I did this one and I put a bigger crystal in it because it's a bigger jar. So the bigger the crystal, or the bigger the jar, you can put bigger crystals in there. And if it's a little jar, obviously it'll be little crystals. So you can go ahead and use some essential oils. I sometimes don't like to put my essential oils in my herb jars just because they get kind of squishy after a while, like the oil mixing with the herbs. They kind of like, you know, get all weird after a second. So what I like to do is just put it on me, but you could totally put it in there if that's what you want. I like to put it on me while I'm doing it, so it's like whenever I use it next time, it enhances it. All right, I'll rub a little on the jar and to enhance it. So I'm using frankincense because it's a good one for money. There's other ones for money too. You can always use lavender in replace of everything, tea tree oil in replace of any oil. So yeah, it kind of just enhances it a little bit. All right, so now we're gonna be needing a piece of paper. And my herb jar is small, so I'm just gonna get a little small piece of the paper. Make sure you rip it towards you. All right, rip each side towards you because you're bringing in the money. Turn it towards you, rip this side, turn it towards you, rip this side. But all the sides are already ripped, and they were all ripped towards me because we're bringing it in. All right, so now I'm going to write on my ripped paper. All right, I wrote, I am a money magnet. So while you're writing this, you can do it in green, you can do it in black, or you can do it in blue, but make sure you're using pen because pen is permanent. I have $10,000 and I am happy about it. Because showing emotion is also another form and a good way of manifesting because it helps the manifestation come a little bit better, enhances it a little bit. Money comes to me effortlessly. Alright, so you guys can be writing whatever you want. Just make sure you're writing like positive things about money, stuff like this about money. Don't use the words don't, can't, like negative type words like that, but just make up your own thing, do whatever, write for however much you want, write for however little you want, just whatever. I'm only gonna do that much, but you guys can keep going on, get detailed with it, show emotions, all that type of stuff. All right, so after you're done with it, you're gonna roll it towards you. All right, and say I am rich, I am wealthy, I am happy, all that type of stuff, all that type of good abundance manifestation word stuff. And I'm gonna go stick it in here. All right, so depending on what type of jar you have, you can use green candle wax or white candle wax to seal your jar shut. It's another enhancement like an herb, but this one doesn't need any type of wax seal, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So this is my money one. This is my money jar. All right, I did this perfume for love, but you can spray the perfume around it and then spray yourself. So whenever you're wearing the perfume, it's like the money is attracted to you and to the perfume. It enhances it, it doubles it, you know. All right, so after you're done with it, you can hold it in the palm of your hands. You can look in the mirror if you want, but you don't have to. All right, be in a good vibey place. And you're just gonna say, this money manifesting jar enhances my money, enhances my prosperity. I prosper now in the money world, in the real world. My time here on earth, I am very rich. I prosper. I am happy. Abundance comes to me. I am a money magnet. I attract money easily. I never run out of money. Money is very far away from me when it comes to running out because I always have it. I always have enough for everything. I always have more than enough. I have a lot of money. I attract money every day in the simplest ways. Even when I'm not looking to attract money, I attract it still. All right. Thank you for coming in my life and attracting money because this is your money magnet right here. This is your money magnet. So if you want to put it in your purse, if you want to put it in your car, somewhere where money comes to you. Put it where you keep your wallet. Put it on your bedside. Put it in your bathroom. Put it in sight, alright? Keep it where you can see it, somewhere safe, so it reminds you of it. And that is a money jar right there. That is how you attract loads of money into your life, alright? So we have our love jar here, and we have our money jar here. So like I was saying earlier, that's totally okay if you don't have some herbs. Of course, you're not going to have a buttload of herbs. I've been collecting them for years and years now. Be careful with it. Always use protection, salt, cleansing. Negative spirits are not allowed. Good spirits only. Alright, so make sure you're always doing that. And I hope you had fun, because I had fun. I like doing this. Let me know if you guys like this, if you guys like to watch herb videos, because I love making them. I love making herb jars. So guys, let me know if this helped. Let me know if your person reached out to you after this, or you felt more self-love in yourself, or if more money came to you, more money chances came to you, all that type of stuff. Alright guys, so let me know if you guys liked it, and I will be talking to you guys so soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to post more. I've literally been making videos all the time, but something always happens. Comment down below some video ideas you guys want to see. Make sure you're DMing me for a tarot reading on Instagram if you guys would like one. They're $20 and it's very long. Listen to my song Angel Numbers on YouTube and SoundCloud. Okay guys, so I hope you guys like this video. I will talk to you guys so soon. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.
Angel numbers on my clock got me thinking about you.